tell me the story about this little truck.
Well, this little truck, to the best of my knowledge, was originally sold in Mount Vernon, Ohio, up in Knox County, to my grandfather. Now, I don't know whether he bought it new. I was just explaining to these folks I can't document that he did or did not buy it new. But we know he bought it before World War II. It's a 37 model. The truck then, after he died in 1967, sat up in Mount Vernon on their farm for a few years. Then my father brought it down to Beaver Creek where we lived and kept it around, took it out to a friend of ours who was a restorer, and the truck eventually ended up in California with another friend of a friend and all that stuff, and we kind of lost track of it. But then in about 6-8 years ago, I ran into the friend's widow and asked her who this fella Edgar was who supposedly had the Studebaker, and she said, well, that's Edgar Robinson. I said, well, where in California is he? She said, Thousand Oaks. I go, yeah, I know where that is. And I have a son, and his family lives in Southern California in Ventura County. So I made contact with Edgar, and the truck was about half to 3/4 restored at that point. He'd been working on it since 1977. So I made arrangements and stopped by to see him, and first thing you know, we get to talking and develop a relationship, and Edgar, just a meticulous craftsman and one of the nicest people you ever want to meet. And we really hit it off, and he didn't figure that his family would want the truck, and
it was an heirloom to you guys.
It was an heirloom to us, and 2 years ago he was talking to another mutual friend who spends the winter there and says, I think I'm about ready to get rid of the Studebaker. Well, that friend gets back to Ohio and called me and said, Dick, if you don't go get that truck, I will. Well,
you didn't have to be told twice, did you?
Not twice. I called Edgar that night, and we came to terms and brought her back actually just a little over 2 years ago, right after Labor Day in 2005. Edgar's wife is named Elaine, very nice lady, and she didn't like yellow. This truck was originally yellow. She doesn't like yellow, so Edgar knew that she liked this color, and that's what he decided to use, and frankly I like it too. So.
It looks good, man, and it kind of looks factory a little bit. Well, one of the darker colors, it doesn't look that far off what would be factory.
There was a factory color. I have a color chart at home, believe it or not. There was a factory color that was pretty close.
Yeah, I can believe it. Close. Very similar. Well, sir, thank you for that story. We loved it. And that little truck is gorgeous.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right, you keep cruising with E-Rider and keep that truck this time.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
All right, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.
Now,